How are you today? Nice to see you.
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm excited because today's topic is wardrobe, clothing, things.
Yeah, my favorite.
Now, Sha, I met you on set. I met you in the movies when we was making a movie. Let's let our audience in on what you do in the movies.
So you could exclusively be a shopper where you buy the clothes, or wardrobe, like an on-set wardrobe where you go with the actors and babysit the clothes. So basically, we don't let our actors eat. We
Yeah, because
just,
they'll just mess their shirt up. I am totally guilty.
you oftentimes forget that this is like, I'm at work. This is a special thing.
Now your job is it's like so detail oriented.
A lot of times it's collars. You're just staring at the monitor to make sure the collar looks right. I like to make friends with camera, or like people around camera, so that they'll be like, hey, Shy, you weren't paying attention. A
Yeah.
typical day for wardrobe is you get there early, but then you go put the clothes in the room and you wait for your actors to get dressed. Sometimes they need help. Sometimes they need encouragement.
They need help getting dressed, some of these actors. It's true. I've seen this.
Sometimes, I don't want to belittle anybody, but I've been friends with some actors and we'll be hanging out. They'll be like, tie my shoe. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's funny. They're like, I can't do this by myself. I
Yeah, but
need.
it's also, like, I think it's also hard for them too, because you're constantly changing in and out of clothes. And also, if you have jewelry, so like, who remembers to take off earrings 5 times in a row? Jewelry is always the hardest to remember.
Veronica, my sister is asking why I'm masked. There are kind workers coming in and out and fixing the burst pipe in my kitchen. So
The
yeah,
coronavirus has evolved.
the coronavirus has evolved. Run, everybody, run! Trying to do my best Tom Hardy eyeball acting. When you're doing a movie, right, and the person's just wearing one set of clothing through the whole movie, but it gets dirtier throughout. Now, this is something like, say, the movie Die Hard, right? When the beginning of the movie, Bruce Willis has got a white tank top on, and by the end of the movie, it's just soot. It's covered. It's torn. It's distressed, as it were. Like, how do you keep track of all that?
So that takes a little bit more effort. What happens is during the production meeting is like you and the director and whoever else decide in the script the phases. So like during these scenes, this is phase 1. During these scenes, it's phase 2. And each phase, it gets dirtier and dirtier. And so for phase 1, you could have like 3 identical tank tops that are distressed the same way. If you're not well versed in how to distress, like there's different ways to stain and different methods. I use like a metal brush
Yeah.
sometimes because you don't want the holes to look so neatly cut. Yeah, you just learn how to use scissors in different ways to where it looks like a natural distressing.
Where did you go to school?
I went to the Academy of Art, and then from there, it was, battling what my parents wanted versus what I wanted.
Right.
And I love painting, but my mom was like, I don't want my daughter to be the girl who draws naked people having sex. So I was like, fashion it is.
It's kind of hilarious. I mean,
Yeah.
you're an artist. They were like, we're
Yeah.
gonna we're gonna pick the art for you. Oh, we lost Shy again. I guess her parents canceled her. What's a movie where you were just like blown away by the fashion style? I feel like there have been a few movies where the style is just ridiculous, like in a good way.
Well, I'm a sci-fi nerd, so mine was when they redid the Star Trek, when
Oh yeah,
the first
nice.
Star Trek movie where old Spock comes and he has this like hooded piece. It's like all cold outside. He has this hood that peels back in 3 pieces and sits on his shoulders.
That
It's
I do know
I
what you're talking about. That was pretty cool.
and I love the way they streamline all the clothes, but I think that's very Star Trek. Like they kept it very you can tell the influence from the TV. They didn't just pull it out from nowhere.
Do you like this style in The Matrix?
Oh, that was way before I even thought about anything in
That was before
particular.
you were born.
Yeah, the Matrix, man, I hate leather trench coats. I hate
Yeah.
shiny trench coats. I hate the leather trench coats in Harry Potter. They make me so angry. The
Hmm.
new Harry Potters, the Beasts ones. Okay, so you asked me a while who decides what's in, right? Like, how do they decide?
Yeah.
Basically, Anna Wintour, the editor of Vogue, and like other people, this like large black man. I don't know any of their names. So they basically decide the trends and colors and stuff. Like fashion houses will go and meet with Anna Wintour. They'll show her their lineup before the collection is shown. And she'll go through and be like, I don't like this. This one doesn't fit. I like this, but maybe not the color. Or we're encouraged to study Pantone colors. Every season, Pantone releases new colors, and you're encouraged to look
Copy
through
them.
all of them. Yeah,
Huh.
and base your new collection
Palette.
or your seasonal collection on that palette. Yeah. I mean, it can
Wow.
also be different from like depending on what your inspiration is. You can pull colors from your inspiration. There's a lot of different methods in determining like what your color story is going to be. But yeah,
This
Pantone
is
is like a big deal for us.
this is getting this is what I want to talk about. Now, Pantone, who is Mr. Pantone? Who is this guy that tells you what colors to wear?
Yeah. And the book is so expensive, and it's literally a book of ink, like colors, every single color that a computer can print. Why is this
And
book $150?
and it comes out every year?
I don't know about the book, but I do know they release new colors twice a year, I
Wow.
believe.
And this
Yeah.
is this helps dictate the current palette of the era.
Yeah, so every season they'll have new palettes. You
Hmm.
notice like a while ago, mustard became a big color and
Yeah.
it stayed around. And then like copper became a big color. Fast fashion, like Forever 21, Zara, H&M, they also kind of follow the same trends because they know what's going to sell.
Right.
But like H&M has their own standard um, color format that all their clothes are produced in.
So you can tell who's wearing H&M versus some other just by the color palette from that year.
Yeah.
Ron Pertee says all my clothes are ill-fitted because I'm in between sizes.
It's okay. I don't have,
It's good.
see, people always think that just because you do wardrobe, and I'm sure a lot of wardrobe people do fall into this category, but they're always like, am I gonna look good in this? Or like, what should I wear? Or like, can you go shopping with me? And I'm like, I don't, like, that's not my philosophy when it comes to fashion. My
Hmm.
philosophy is wear what makes you comfortable and wear what makes you feel the most confident.
Right.
Because ultimately, that confidence is what matters.
Right.
Um,
That's a really important point that you're making. It's really important to feel good about what you're what you're wearing, and
yeah.
and not just like think that if I wear this, then I will be cool. It took me a while to figure out what was gonna what was gonna make me feel good, and there's a lot of bad eras of
Yeah.
style. Don't go googling
Yeah.
it, people.
I took this one camera guy shopping one time and he thought I was just gonna pick out clothes for him. And I was like, I don't know all the stuff that's going on in your head. Like, I can
Yeah.
design for a character because that's on the surface and psychologically it makes sense. But like a real person, like I can be a good salesman, but I don't
Yeah.
want it. I want this piece of clothes that you like to last you for a long time and to
Right.
like give you a sense of self, I think. And so
What
we went and got ice cream, and I made him go to the Gap.
ice
Women
cream?
like to be like, what do you think? And I'm like, does it matter what I think? I think it matters what you think, because
Right.
you're gonna be the one strutting, and I'm just gonna be the bystander. Like,
But you know you got that magic touch where you're like, maybe try this on, and then boom, someone's
yeah,
like, how did you know, Shy? You knew it.
I do. I do.
Thank you guys so much for joining us, me and Shy, just talking about inside baseball, about movie making, and how the sausage is made. And Shy is a talented artist in her own right. We appreciate the job that you do because the movies, it just makes the movie experience that much better. So thank you.
Thank you for having me. What a joy.
This is so much fun. You're always welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
Shi, you're awesome. You rock.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching.
See you later.
I'm Aristotle, full throttle. You're bro in the know with the fro. I'll see you tomorrow.